Hello, and welcome back to our four-part series, which is Unlocking Your Bike Business's Potential and the Power of Software. This has been a four-part series. This is the last episode. Just want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in for the last three. And sadly, this is our last one for now. We are looking to potentially do some more towards the end of summer. But as bike businesses start to get a little bit quieter, that's when we really pick up the pace. So hopefully towards the end of summer, we'll be able to do something again soon. And I hope everyone's found it incredibly useful. We've talked quite a lot recently about how you can use software to kind of leverage on your customers and make informed decisions on stock management and how you can basically market to your customers and so on. But what we're going to be looking at today is how you can make data driven decisions and you can analyze your performance using data such as buying patterns and kind of like your customers. Using their history from what they've kind of purchased from you in the past and their service frequency, and how you can use that to leverage like kind of like your marketing campaigns and certain like kind of sales techniques. So that is the plan for today for our last episode. Last week, we talked about how Bytebook's comprehensive features streamline your operations through enhanced customer experience, thanks to the job board we have, and how it improves efficiency across your bike shop. We focused on how to manage your customer relationships and how you can use software to leverage your position to boost your revenue, and how you can also drive your customer loyalty. The goal was to kind of show you how you can use Bytebook and other tools out there to solidify the foundations that you have with your loyal customer base and how you can use software to really leverage that. But introducing today's focus is all about data analysis. So today we're taking that foundation to the next level. Having a great system is one thing, but leveraging the data it generates is how you can truly unlock your growth. In this final episode, we'll delve into the power of data analysis and demonstrate how Bytebook's robust reporting features can transform your business insights into actionable strategies. The aim is to help you make informed decisions to optimize your operations and drive sustainable growth. So, as I said, yeah, to make informed decisions and really drive that growth. So, first of all, the importance of tracking KPIs. What gets measured gets managed. KPIs are crucial for understanding the health and performance of your business. They provide a clear, quantifiable way to track progress towards your business's goals. Without effective KPI tracking, you're essentially flying blind. You won't know what's working, what isn't, and where to focus your efforts. You could be funneling money into some sort of marketing campaign that's not data driven. You don't know whether it's going to work, but if you have the facts and figures to back up your marketing campaigns, you're very likely going to see far better results from those campaigns. Without effective KPI tracking, like I said, flying blind, and it's really important that you do use the facts and figures that you have available to you from software and make sure you leverage them to the max. So there's some key KPIs that you should be using within your business. The first one being sales performance. This is all about total sales revenue, whether that's daily, weekly, or monthly, average transaction values, sales by product category, whether that's bikes, accessories, or apparel, and then sales by service type, such as repairs, tune ups, whether people want things upgraded, and then also sales by staff members. So if you have staff members that are working on commission, having the right tools available to you to be able to pay that commission is incredibly important. Another KPI is your inventory turnover. So for example, how quickly are your products selling? Days inventory is on the shelf for. And then kind of identifying slow moving versus fast moving items, minimizing carrying costs and maximizing cash flow. So you want to be turning over that inventory as quickly as possible, and knowing which stuff sells and which stuff doesn't is incredibly important. Using software for customer retention. We delved into this quite a lot last week, but it's all about repeat customer rate, kind of really boosting that customer lifetime value, and making sure that you're tracking your customer loyalty and engagement, understanding their buying techniques, and also kind of like what they're kind of interested in, and being able to categorize those people that are interested in certain maybe brands, and being able to create marketing campaigns that focuses on them, can really help you drive the growth and make sure you're maximizing the most out of any kind of marketing you're doing, to drive those sales. And then finally, service department performance. So, kind of number of service jobs being completed, average service revenue per job, service department utilization rate, which is basically kind of like what's the technician efficiency, and then turnaround time for service jobs. All of this sort of stuff is really important to kind of run that efficient workshop. Unfortunately, Workshop has a lot of these cool features that can really help you do that to track those key KPIs. So, how BiteBook delivers. We have BiteBook isn't just about managing your daily operations. As you've found out in the last 4 episodes, it's designed to give you a complete overview of your business performance. Our intuitive dashboards and comprehensive reports put these important and crucial KPIs at your fingertips in real time. So our dashboard here gives you some real useful information. Now, this is from our example and demo account, but what you can see across the top here is kind of how many jobs you've had per month, the revenue per month, new customers, and then you can see here active bikes being serviced and then jobs per month. Now, this is super useful stuff, and you can export all of this to kind of gain, whether you want to look at over a longer period of time or condense it down. But for example, jobs per month. Being able to forecast based on last year's performance is so important, because maybe if you've got a lull coming up, as you can see here in this screenshot here, in April we had a bit of a quiet period and then it boosted again in May. But as you can see here, maybe if you had that lull coming up, that maybe you want to get a bit more marketing out there. You want to invest some hard-earned cash into some paid ads, whether that's Google ads or some sort of email marketing campaigns. Being able to see lulls like this is incredibly important. Or whether you've maybe got a busy period up. So as you can see here in Feb, we had a big spike. So perhaps you can see that maybe, you want to get an extra pair of hands in, because if you've got that revenue coming in through the front door and then you're struggling to manage it, and then you're having to turn people away, that is lost revenue. So if you can really utilize that revenue that's standing on your doorstep and maybe getting in an extra pair of hands, then it's so worth doing so. We also have the ability to create sales performance reports. So you can filter by date and range, product categories, and then staff as well. And you'll be able to see when you click export on the stock list, what parts have sold when, what's selling the most, and it puts it into a really clear and concise CSV file. You can see which mechanics are creating what revenue, and that's actually done, in the payments section. But this parts section allows you to see what stock's selling, what time of year it's selling, how many items you have on the shelf, and it gives you a real nice overview of what you've got going on in your workshop, which is imperative, so you have a real understanding on what's on the shelf, maybe what you want to maybe invest a bit more into, kind of sell a bit more, and then what you maybe need to put a bit more effort into getting rid of before the new seasons kind of come around. And because what you don't want is having last year's stock sat on the shelf, the new stuff coming out, and then you're just stuck with this old stock that no one wants, and you're having to sell it off cheap to try regain some of that revenue. What we've also got is the customer reports. As you may have seen in our last episodes, we have the ability to identify which customers come in more than others. So you can see what bikes they have, you can see when those bikes were last serviced, and then you can actually also segment your customer database based on who's coming in the most and when they were last in, and also by name, date, and address, etc. as well, and email addresses as well. So having all that data at your fingertips is imperative, because that is the value of your business. If you come to sell your business in a few years' time, The value of your business is within your customer database. Unfortunately, Bikebook and our backend system workshop has the ability to store all of your customers' data, from phone to email to first name to address to bikes to previous service history and so on. So being able to have that at your fingertips is imperative. And everyone who's running a business in this day and age should be storing that sort of data, because that sort of data is it is the value of your business. Parts we've kind of looked at already, but what you can actually see is the also the service revenue, and the technician productivity and job completion times. So on a job report card, so if I go back here, sorry, on a job report on the right hand side here, you can see the audit tracking, and what this allows you to do is actually see when the job was started, when it was finished, and then you can track that productivity. What we're also bringing in is actually a timer that you can start as well, and this will really allow you to kind of weigh up different jobs and different bikes. And then once you start getting the data based on kind of a trek might take this long, a giant might take this long, or and so on, it allows you to kind of plan better. So maybe you want to reduce those time slots for certain bikes or expand them, but just being able to see this data and have it at your fingertips is imperative in this day and age. So, key takeaway: Bytebook makes it easy to visualize your data, enabling you to quickly spot trends and areas for improvement without complex spreadsheets. Our export buttons make it super easy to see what's going on in your workshop at any one time. You can see what parts are selling, which customers are buying which parts, how long jobs are taking, how long certain bikes are taking, which customers are loyal, and so on. And again, as mentioned before, having that database of your business customers is imperative. So, managing data will help you identify the trends and opportunities that you have available to you within your business. For example, you notice a consistent spike in mountain bike sales during a specific month. You can use this data to optimize your purchasing and marketing efforts for those periods, or perhaps repair services are consistently high with a particular component. This could indicate a lucrative niche or need to stock more of that part. Bytebook's historical data management allows you to forecast demand more accurately and capitalize on those emerging trends. You can also use data to optimize inventory and service operations. So, for example, inventory, you use turnover data to make smarter purchasing decisions, reducing dead stock and ensuring popular items are always available. Avoid overstocking seasonal items or understocking year round essentials. In your service department, you could use software to analyze service department performance and optimize technician scheduling, identify bottlenecks, and improve turnaround times. And this is imperative. And thankfully, Workshop, what it's all about. Workshop and the back end system is all about making the service department side of your business as efficient as possible. So being able to identify those sorts of trends is imperative. And managing data will help you improve marketing effectiveness. So you can understand which products or services resonate most with your customer data, with your customer base. You can segment your customers based on their purchase history to create targeted marketing campaigns. For example, you could send a special offer on an e-bike accessory to customers who recently purchased an e-bike. And you can also track the effectiveness of those promotions and advertising by correlating sales with the marketing efforts that you've put in to those. And then finally, you can make informed business decisions from staffing levels to pricing strategies. Every major business decision can be strengthened by data. So, for example, considering expanding your service offerings, analyze current demand, service demands, and customer feedback, and assess the viability of that new offering that you could potentially bring out. And ByteBook provides objective highlights needed to move beyond gut feelings and make those decisions based on real concrete evidence, and real using that data to real harness what you have available. So, key takeaways from our final episodes. As always, the cycling landscape is evolving fast. You need to get ahead of the curve. You need to be current. You need to be using software to really maximize the efficiency within your workshop. But what we've looked at today is how ByteBook can really streamline your operations from scheduling to sales. ByteBook really does simplify your daily tasks. It can also help you enhance your customer experience. Our integrated CRM and communication tools help keep your customers happy. We've got actionable insights. Our powerful reporting and analytics empower you to make those data driven decisions. And then finally, we have sustainable growth. That's actions by ByteBook. By understanding your business better, you can optimize, adapt, and grow. As mentioned before, software equals efficiency, better customer experience, and smarter decisions. And as always, think what's one process in your bike shop that software could improve, whether that's your marketing campaigns, the way you manage your data, the way you manage your stock, your customers, any way in which you think that software can make your life easier. I am almost certain that if you're not using software, that if you did, you would find yourself getting home a lot earlier from work or a lot less stressed because it handles all of those admin tasks that maybe you just want to get rid of as soon as you possibly can. So, to wrap up, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to present this four-part series on unlocking your bike business's potential and the power of software. Just want to say a massive thank you to Heather and the team at the MBDA. It's been an absolute pleasure to have this opportunity to be able to present this four-part series. We do offer a 15% off our workshop subscription. So please, if you are interested in using it, do reach out. We will be happy to have a chat with you, show you the system, real dive into the nitty gritty of how it really will help your business, and then we can kind of get you set up and go from there. This episode has been Data Driven Decisions, Analyzing Performance and Growing Your Businesses. Do check out the other episodes because they are really awesome and important. And if you want to get hold of me, my email is ryan@bytebook.co.uk, or you can just head to bytebook /workshop, and a member of our team will be happy to help you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for listening and hope to speak with you again. Bye for now.